There are cars coming the other way in front of me. So if we go too much like this, we could get into a collision to a car. The road is also higher than the general landscape. So if we go too much on the side, we could fall. I've lost control already. And I'm in this weird time warp moment where I have no idea what to do.
Welcome to Peaceful Productivity Techniques, where I help coaches, consultants, and solopreneurs create a ton of leads, convert them into higher paying clients without grinding on social media or paying for ads. My only ask for you today is if you enjoy this content, please share it so that more coaches, consultants, and solopreneurs can have the impact that they want to have in the world. Thank you and enjoy.
This is the story of how I had a car accident with my mom a few months ago. I'm saying that with a smile on my face now, but back then that was a big deal. What it taught me about selling, entrepreneurship, and about life in general. Usually on this channel, I speak more about tactical ways how you can save time and grow your business and find some new clients and sell. But today I decided to talk a little bit more about a story. I live in the Czech Republic. I've been living here for close to 18 years now, and I love it. But one of the downsides that I don't see my mom, my cousins, the rest of my family, I don't see them much often. A few times a year, my mom come to visit. Last December, she decided to come in the cold season. I pick her up at the airport in Prague, and I live about an hour and a half south of Prague. And on the way there, I feel like the brake on my car kind of reacts differently than usually. Sometimes it pushes my foot back. And I'm like, no, okay, no biggie. It might be the snow, I don't know. Because we had a car service planned for less than a month later. I'm driving and I find that's not too weird, but sometimes I even start to do snow planning, and I don't like that, but I keep under control. I go there, I pick up my mom, and then we have a nice time in the city before going back to Isek where I live. And on the way back, again, this snow planning happened, and I don't know, I get angry about that for some reason because I don't like to lose control. Hint, that's a lesson for later. It happens the first time and then it happens another time and then I lose completely control. And if you imagine the car going like this, there is a truck in front of us. My car starts to go like this without me controlling it. In this moment, I kind of get disconnected from time. Time feels like it's slowing down. Feels like I'm here, but I'm not here at the same time. I hear my mom telling me, don't turn the wheel, just stay still and don't brake. I don't know what to do in this situation. I guess I follow what she tells me instinctively. And then luckily, because just so that you understand, there are cars coming the other way in front of me. So if we go too much like this, we could get into a collision to a car. The road is also higher than the general landscape. So if we go too much on the side, we could fall. I've lost control already, and I'm in this weird time warp moment where I have no idea what to do. I'll tell you in a moment why we didn't die and what happened then. But I found that it was very interesting after I had time to review that it was very interesting from the point of view of selling. Because when you're in a sales conversation, there are times where the conversation doesn't go the way you want. There are times where you start to lose control and where the way where you're going becomes very uncertain. And it's important to get comfortable with that because the best sales script in the world can't prepare you to the beauty and diversity of human reactions. You can have the best script delivered with the best intonations, with the best pre-sales warm-up, but you can never know 100% what will happen in this sales call. And that's kind of the beauty of it. There is this joke about a gambler who dies and goes to heaven and is welcomed by an angel. And the angel is like, okay, this way, sir, welcome. The gambler goes into the casinos filled with beautiful women, luxury, delicious foods, and places where he can gamble. And he goes and he gambles and he wins. He's like, oh my God, this is amazing. Then he goes and he gambles again and he wins again. It's like, wow, that's so freaking awesome. I'm on a roll. Then he plays again. He makes a pause. He gets to eat some delicious fruits, drink some wonderful alcohol at the bar because now he's no longer limited by human constraints. He can drink as much as he can. And then he goes and he plays again and he wins again. So it's like, whoa, man, that's really cool. I think you know where this is going. He keeps playing and winning again and again and again to the point that at some point he's like, well, that's after a week of winning every day, it's like he doesn't want to play anymore because he knows that he's going to win. So he goes to the angel who welcomed him, and he's like, this heaven kind of sucks. I'm bored. And the angel is like, bro, this is not heaven. You're in hell, man. We need this kind of uncertainty in our life to some extent. So when we're getting prepared for a sales call, what we're doing is we're taking control of everything that we can. But then it's important to let ourselves go and let ourselves be surprised by what the person in front of us is going to say, what that person is going to react. And the most important thing that you can do in order to take control of this conversation is to be curious. The less you assume, the more you ask questions about that person, about the situation, their dreams, their obstacles, what they've tried in the past, what do they need in order to reach what they want to reach. The more you're curious, that person, the more you take control of what you're going to offer. The more you take control of the sales conversation, and the more tailored you can make your offering. If the person, let's say that you sell relationship coaching, and this person is really into opening up their relationship. So if you're curious about that, you ask questions about that, you extract this information, then you'd be a fool to pitch anything else than that. If you start pitching about how to maintain a long-term relationship without mentioning opening it, then that particular client is not going to work with you because you're selling them something that they are not looking for. It comes down to the words that you use. If we talk about business coaching, if a person talks about premium clients, you don't talk about high-ticket clients. You talk about premium clients. You use the words that this person in front of you shared, because this is how you make sure that they are feeling heard. So what happened in the car? After I lost control, I came into this weird time distortion thing. I just listened to the instruction of my mom, which was stop playing around with the wheel and don't brake any further. Then a pole appeared, and the back of my car kind of hit the pole like this, which put us back into the right direction. Frankly, that's luck. Luck saved me here. Hadn't there been this pole, the car could have spiraled out of control and I could not be here today. My mom could have had a deathly car accident. The second lesson that I extract from that is that there is no way to be fully in control. There are stuff which are outside of our control. The pole, I didn't put the pole there. I didn't aim at hitting the pole this way. That would be pretty badass if I would have, but being honest, that's not what happened. I didn't. It's just luck that this pole was there and that could bounce on it. For me, this is an injunction to stop trying to control everything, because trying to control everything in our sales call, in our business, in our life, in our relationship is a recipe for sadness and for frustration. What now? I was super stressed, super stressed. My whole body had prepared to die, basically. So my muscles were all tense, my shoulders were all up, and I was breathing. And also I had trouble registering what was happening to me, because I was like, did I almost kill my mom and myself in this accident? Maybe kill someone else in the car in front of me? And blaming starting to come my way. What should I have done differently? I wasn't driving past the speed limits, not at all. I was respecting so the only thing that I could have done differently, or the only thing that I will do differently, is to make sure that we have the correct pneumatics for our car, which we had, but they are a bit old, so that might play a role. I have a better understanding now than I had before of the way the car works on snow. That's what life does to us. It throws our way something difficult, a challenge, car accident, a very bad sales call. But it also gives us a way out so we don't die in that. Then it gives us an opportunity to learn. Very big difference between a car accident and a bad sales call is that unless you're selling stuff to the mafia or in the streets or in dangerous places, you're probably not going to lose your life there. What you might lose is your self-esteem momentarily. You might feel like you don't know how to sell, you will never know how to sell, why am I even doing this? And your inner Woody Allen can start telling you how bad you are. And it can kill you as a closer. Or you can be like, you know what? I survived this. So I'm just going to take a few lessons from this bad sales call and improve it for the next one. I'm just going to keep doing that until I have control over everything that I can control, and I'm fine with what I cannot control. So, epilogue to the story. My mom is here again. Now, when I went and I picked her up at the airport, there was no worry at all. There is no snow anymore. But we've also went to the car service, told him the whole story. He told us that this is a natural reaction from the car when it cannot brake properly to push back the brake pedal, and that we need to push further. I know how to improve next time. We're going to change the pneumatic. That's another learning. And it gave me a cool idea for a video. I guess that's, at the end of the day, that's something positive. That's it, you guys. Let's do something a little bit different this week. Let me know in the comments which lessons do you take from this video. Or if you're listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify, let me know in a review which lesson do you extract from this story. And also let me know if you want more stories like that, or if you prefer the hardcore, this is how I do it, this is what you can experiment in your life and business. By the way, on the topic of Apple Podcast and Spotify, I realized that I didn't really ask you guys, but the more 5-star review you put out there, the more people can discover what I do, and that can help more coaches, consultants, solopreneurs, and business owners to grow their business and reclaim their time. Apparently on Spotify, you can just do that on the mobile app, not on desktop. I don't know why, but if you don't mind using your thumb to put 5 stars and writing a small review, I would really appreciate that. And as usual, if you have some topics that you want me to cover, then let me know in the comments or in that review. And as usual, peace. And yeah, be careful on the road.